Yes, y'all. Welcome in to episode 293 of the Dumb Marks podcast. That's Amore. I was going to break out the Italian flag this morning and go full blown with it and get ready to go, but we're here on a beautiful day in the Berg, baby. Not a single cloud in the sky. Take advantage of it because we don't get but like 50 of these days a year. So, Jason, there's no excuses. You can get the yard work done. If you haven't done it, go out and do it because you can get it done. You had all get it done.
Hey, look, I did it yesterday, and once the battery die, I die. So it's charging right now.
It's gonna rain after the show.
Dude, it's
It needs to be dry, so I can put them
man.
back on again. So if they ain't dry, guess what ain't happening? I ain't getting out there. I'm finding every excuse not to get off.
It's unbelievable, man. Never fails. Never fails. Oh man. Well, yeah, but no, beautiful day. Was up early. We got a nice crispy new haircut this morning, fresh fade. Got graduation parties to go to coming up. It's just, that time of year. Kids is out of school. I called my daughter the other day. What are you doing? She's like, I'm laying out on a trampoline, sunbathing. But I'm like, all right, well, this is the time we're on right now. Like, nice. Stuck in this cement building, staring at a computer screen, and you just out there living your best life. Okay, okay, appreciate it. So,
I get a knock on the door at 6:30 in the morning on my room. He's like, "Good morning, Oscar." That's how he wakes me up. He keeps saying it until I get up. Good morning, Oscar. Good morning, Oscar. I'm like, what's going on, man? I need you to help me with my volcano project. I'm like 6:30 in the morning. It's still windy outside. Come on, man. It's 6:30 in the morning. You didn't even get this shit early for school.
Nah, bro, that's an easy project. You just buy a 2-liter Coke, put some Play-Doh around it, some brown Play-Doh around it, and then drop a Mentos in. Boom, there's your volcano, kid.
So after the poll, we'll be out in the front yard making volcanoes. So.
There you
Damn, Taquan.
Taquan, I told you, bro. The hair grows. It's not that I don't have hair. Okay. It's just that, at the point where it's like the line is a little bit further back. So what do? Do you add in the oils and get out the shit and make it come back? Or do you just accept where you're at in life and take it down and call it a day? I've been taking it down and call it a day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, they're just because you don't have kids around you, Taquan, yes, they're still making volcanoes. All right. So I know listen, I don't teachers these days are wilding out, My daughter had a 4-day AP geometry final to go through. They don't do that in college.
Geometry? 4 days?
Yes. AP geometry, 4 days.
Come on.
Bro. Like, what are we doing?
About what? Here's a circle. Here's a triangle. That's it.
I've never heard of any single teacher, high school teacher, give a 4-day final.
Yeah, they don't even get that. Like you said, in college, they don't even give you.
Yeah, no.
College does a good 50 minutes. There you go. That's it.
Yeah, but she went through it. She finished the year with a 3.5, so I can't be prouder as a dad. So, did her thing across the board here, and we'll see if the pro wrestling world did its thing this week as we go through the show here. So the drill. Favorite Saturday brunch bunch back at it again. We got some predictions to go through with Clash in Italy tomorrow, so we'll get into those. We got our Mount Rushmores and mushes as we always do, but the drill. When I'm here hosting the show, it's that time. We got Wrestling Roulette coming out the gate, so let's throw this up here and see what you guys got as far as Wrestling Roulette that I thought were the 6 topics that should be discussed the most this week. So, with that being said, our Wrestling Roulette wheel this week, we got injured versus hurt, sale of New Japan shares, 3-time World Champ Club, Progress Wrestling, Ultimate X is back, and lastly, AEW pay-per-view schedule. Gentlemen, which one of these topics would you like to get into first?
Let's do injured versus hurt.
All right, injured versus hurt. So word coming out is that Jacob Fatu injured his back in his street fight match with Solo Sikoa in Liverpool on Thursday. WWE is kind of keeping this under wraps, but from what the insiders or dirt sheets were able to get, expectation is that he is supposed to be fine for the trial by combat match. But WWE is currently scrambling around trying to figure out what to do if he cannot go. Obviously, is the whole roster there? No. There's a handful of people there on a European tour. Not sure what you can do if Jacob can't go. Don't know how you have to change the match if he can go, because a back injury is one of those things where at any point in time that can just flare up and you're done. Taquan, he did. So, couple of things here, right? Injured versus hurt. We know the drill. If you're injured, you get out there and play. If you're hurt, obviously you can't go, right? That's standard quote across the board for all professional sports. My thing is with this is WWE just announced, summer tours where they're going to be doing more house shows. You got European tours, sprinkled in occasionally, right? For people to get the reps and everything else. If you're going to have injuries to major stars pop up on these house show tours that affect PLE cards, I think they're going to pull back real quick on these tours, or they're just not going to have top stars go, which hurts your bottom line from a money perspective. So, with all that being said, one, do you expect Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns to actually have their trial by combat match tomorrow? And two, how does this play into the house shows going forward, because it is a top star getting hurt right out the gate?
I think he will fight in the match tomorrow, give you another day's rest, today. But I figure he's going to go on with the match. And then secondly, I blame WWE for this. Why are you going to put him in a street fight when a street fight is coming up?
Yeah.
That's like playing 2 NFL games like back to back. Like there is no point to take that risk of having a street fight that is not on TV, that you have total control over, that is, that's not live on TV. I blame the company for that.
Those are my same thoughts. Don't put him in a street fight. And then two, to me, this is a win-win for Jacob. If he loses, he's still with the company. He's not getting fired. So I didn't have him win anyway. So you can go in and do a half-ass match and be all right.
Yeah, and they can play up on it too. You're like, oh, this is what you get for having a street fight. Or Roman could play it up. This is what happens when you get in a street fight. Before you fight me, you get your ass beat more. And I mean,
we just like I get it. It's the European tour and it's the house shows and they're not televised, so you do different things, right? But there's no point to have him out there 72 hours in advance of a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
In that type of match. Now, granted, even if it was just a regular match, you can still get injured. We see that all the time, right? Logan Paul just tore his tricep. He's going to be out months. Sol Ruka, we don't know how banged up she is going into the match with Becky. Like it's so there's a lot there that she may not even be cleared. So you may be down 2 out of your 5 matches. Then what? What do you do now? Like the house shows were to get reps to keep the body used to what wrestling has to go through, right? And people have been clamoring for the reps. Get the reps, get the reps, get the reps. But let's be smart about the reps that you're taking.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's they can't get out of their own way right now with these injuries. Like, especially with division. They're talking about adding new members. If I'm a new member, I don't want to be into the division.
No. Guaranteed hurt.
8 weeks, yeah. Like, so we'll see if they fight through. Like again, if he's injured, cool. But if he's actually hurt, they're going to have to do some very creative things here in the next 24 hours to figure out what's going on.
Hey, final boss, what you doing?
A whole lot of Roman talking to the camera.
You part of that TKO board. You got creative control. Get your ass out there.
And like originally they had Gunther and Cody and Becky and Sol were announced for the free hour. If Jacob can't go, do you change the card around and have?
Oh, they already have Gunther and Cody on the first hour.
But I'm saying, they have Gunther and Cody announced on the first hour free on ESPN. But if Jacob can't go, you move the card around and put Gunther and Cody as the main event now, because you're not closing. You can't close with Roman. That's not there, right? So I don't know, a lot to shake out and get into in that regards there, but injuries are definitely running amok as per usual right now. It's just people dropping like flies left and right, and it's
killing the product.
Yeah, it's killing the product. I think it dramatically hurt the build to WrestleMania and where they wanted to go card wise, and people kept dropping and it just lost all steam. And then you add in the McAfee stuff and it just made it 1,000 times worse. So, all right. We going around the horn here. You guys want to throw another number out there?
Let's go to 5. Ultimate X is back.
So TNA announced that the Ultimate X match is back for Slammiversary this year. Slammiversary takes place on June 28th. I believe qualifying matches are to start here this upcoming Thursday. Is there any buzz with the Ultimate X coming back that'll get you to tune in to Slammiversary for TNA?
I'll probably tune in, but I don't know who I want in the match, because you've already seen Leon Slater. Cedric is champ. You want something new, but who do you have to put in that position?
Go ahead, Donald.
It's an old gimmick match.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm excited to see it back. I don't care who you put in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for the match itself. It's just like if you take away Hell in a Cell for a bit, or Elimination Chamber for a bit, and then it comes back. It's like, oh yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, Ultimate X usually steals the show whenever it's on the card. I just don't know if that's enough to get me excited for Slammiversary. Like, TNA just has me, much like all of pro wrestling right now. Chris left and I picked up his negative. Like, they don't know what they're doing. They have no identity. They ran Champions versus All-Stars this past Thursday, and if an All-Star beat a champion, then they get a title shot for that belt for the champion that they pinned.
Eliminator match.
Essentially, right? But it was a 5-on-5 for the men and then a 4-on-4 for the women. So it was a multi-person match, and whatever champ took the pin, champs lost in both matches, just FYI, right? So
of course.
Got Zaya Brookside pinned Yingling Lee, so she gets a shot at the Knockouts Championship, and then Casey Navarro got a pin on Mustafa Ali, so he gets a title shot at Mustafa's title. So, like,
something different, okay,
something a little bit different, but it's still like they just don't know what they're doing right now, and they have no steam, no hype. You're 4 weeks away from Slammiversary, which is your second biggest pay-per-view of the year, behind Bound for Glory. Sometimes it's looked at as number one. And while this Ultimate X match is nice because it does add something to the card that people will get excited for because we haven't seen Ultimate X in a while, you got a lot of work to do to get people invested in showing up for that pay-per-view.
Yeah. Just speaking in general for the promotions, like all the promotions, they have to start stepping everything up because it's summer now. There's other activities to do than sit down and watch TV in the house.
And not only that, they keep changing these damn Nielsen ratings, and Impact is like under 200,000 the past couple weeks. So, you know, we'll see. But that you got to drum up buzz for that in that regards to get people back in, not just announce the match. There got to be something more surrounding the card in that regards. And to Jay's point, like I don't know who's like who you gonna have in it.
Yeah.
Because your bigger names are going to be in other things, right? So, like, obviously, you're going to have Cedric in it because he's the Ultimate X champ.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have Leon Slater in it, so that's two. Who are your other participants, right?
Is Trey still champ?
He
dropped.
No, he lost to Mustafa.
Yeah, it is okay.
But he's also
hurt.
Yeah, busted his kneecap or whatever on the spot on the steps. So I don't know how long he's out for. But
And what has Ricky Sosa been up to?
Well, so apparently, I don't know if he's had personal issues or visa issues again to where he hasn't been around, but he would be somebody that you would definitely slide into that sort of match for sure.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you give me an Ultimate X match with just Cedric, Leon, and Sosa, and I don't even need nobody else. Like, you had Trey Miguel into it, and okay, now take my money. I don't care what else is on the card. I'm tuning in just for that match.
Yeah,
So
you think Vici would be in it because he just
Fabian Eichner.
Yeah, because he called out Cedric. So you think he's just gonna be in it just because?
I mean, we just booked an Ultimate X match right now. So there you go. TNA, you're welcome. All right, Donald, give me another number, not 1 or 5.
We'll do 3-time world champ club.
All right, so MJF became 3-time AEW champion at Double or Nothing. He also joins an exclusive club that is total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wrestlers, not counting MJF, that were 3-time world champions by the age of 30. So those wrestlers include Luthez, Ricky Dozen, The Rock, John Cena, Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kazuchika Okada, and MJF. Which one of those 8 wrestlers, 3-time world champion by the age of 30 club members, is the best one? Little debate this early.
I will. Dag. I'm either leaving it to Orton or Rainmaker because those two are all around performers. Yeah. Powerhouses, high flyers, on the mic, technical when they have to be.
Mine was between Orton and Rock, but it felt like Orton, like, I don't know, it just like felt like Orton, that was like more of his age. Like Rock, I didn't know was 3 times before 30. They didn't play that up. Orton, they played that up his whole career. Youngest. So I feel like, to me, that's what stands out more for him.
Yeah, and Nakamura and Okada, obviously from New Japan.
Yeah.
Luthez and Ricky Dozen was NWA. Rock, Cena, Orton, all WWE, and then MJF. If we're just judging this, and I didn't lay out the criteria for this, but if you're just judging this, which 3-time champ was the best by the age of 30, I can't speak on Thez and Dozen just because wasn't around. You know what I mean? Know of both, obviously, but wasn't in the moment there. Everybody else you were aware of. Okada is probably the best wrestler out of all of them. MJF for me may be, although his shtick is a little bit old and tiresome, he may be the most 5-tool guy on this list.
Okay.
And I think that 5-tool guy is the only one that's next to him is Orton. But I give it slightly to MJF because of his mic skills. I think he's better at 30 on the mic than what Orton was.
Yes.
And again, I'm not looking at their careers as a whole. I'm looking at it strictly by 30, 3-time world champ. I think MJF is the most complete out of that entire list of guys all around. Like Cena at that point wasn't, while he was great on the mic and everything, but Cena from an in-ring perspective, I don't think was the worker that he became to be.
Yeah, it wasn't fleshed out.
Yeah, and MJF checks every single box, like, and has been for a couple of years now. So no matter what style of match you have, he's excels as it. He can get technical. He can get, hardcore. He does, the brawling. Like every single match, lucha style. Like he does everything. And a lot of the times people forget how good MJF really is in the ring because he's old school in the sense that he doesn't show everything every single time he's out.
Mm-hmm.
So people just think he's a talker, right? But then whenever he gets in there with somebody like CM Punk or Daniel Bryan or John Moxley or, at Mystico in Mexico, like, you're like, holy shit, like, brother can go in the ring. Like, so, but we'll see what comes about that. I just thought that, like, that's a very exclusive club to be in.
That is.
In that regards there, when you start looking at the 7 people before MJF.
Do you see anybody coming soon behind? Anytime soon?
I mean, without looking at ages per se, like, I don't know if you have anybody
Young enough.
Oba and Trick maybe in WWE, but I don't know, like, age-wise where they're at. Braun, I think, is closer to 30. Dom is right up. Dom is closer to 30, but he hasn't had one yet.
The title yet.
He's the Mega World Champion. You got one.
That's not recognized as the world champ. Ask Flair about that.
Yeah, and I got a special extra roulette spin here that we'll get into at the end of the show. That has Dominic Mysterio in it, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a hell of a club to be in. I don't know if we'll get anybody that touches that soon. Like, when you start looking at the breakdown, like, you had Orton, and then nobody else until MJF. So you figure there's a lot there, right?
I like that club because it is very exclusive, and hopefully, like, promotions don't find out about the club itself and be like, "Oh yeah, we got to throw 3 belts on them before, and start ruining it like every Hall of Fame."
Yep. So, all right. So we got 1, 3, and 5 out of the way. 2, 4, 6. Where we go to next?
Good, Jason. I picked last.
Give me AEW pay-per-view schedule.
All right, so AEW pay-per-view schedule right now for the remainder of the year. Forbidden Door, June 28th. Redemption, July 26th. All In, August 30th. You have All Out in September. Wrestle Dream, October. Full Gear, November. World's End, December. So there's a pay-per-view every single month from now through the end of the year, and they just had one in May with Double or Nothing. I mean, are we at a point that it's the old WWE pay-per-view schedule where it hurts the product with AEW instead of enhancing the product? Because you don't have time in between these shows to build up pay-per-views as they should be built up.
I say yes, it hurts, and then knowing them, how many more specials do they have in between those pay-per-views? The special Dynamite, like all the other stuff they do.
I don't feel like it hurts just because their pay-per-views deliver. They
I
get more
think,
buzz from their pay-per-views than they do Dynamites and Collision. So
well, and that's the thing, right? Like you had tremendous buzz and hype coming out of Double or Nothing. It's the greatest. It was the greatest pay-per-view of the year, best pay-per-view of the year. And then Dynamite comes and they do absolutely squadouche with it.
Yeah.
Nothing. They are the best company as far as mushing your own hype. They do nothing to capitalize to continue to capture and draw people in. And it's like, all right, well, if you're just gonna put on these pay-per-views, why do I need to turn in for the show?
Exactly. Make it like how the old UFC is, every month.
Yeah, what's the incentive for me? Yeah, what's the incentive for me to watch Dynamite or Collision whenever you have, if your pay-per-views are that much of a hit and your hit rate is that high with delivering? Do I even need to watch your regular scheduled programming? I can just tune in for the pay-per-view, get my fix, and keep it moving.
And with them doing no story, you don't need anything. You just turn it on and just watch. Simple as that.
So I think there's a bigger thing to be said when you run these type of schedules where you have one every single month. And this is wrestling across the board right now when you look at the landscape, right? When's the last time a wrestling company actually truly built up somebody to become champion? And I when you start to think about it, like Hangman in AEW was built up properly. Swerve in AEW was built up properly.
Man,
Who else?
it's been a.
When's the last time WWE truly built somebody up to be a champion?
Yeah, from the beginning, like, tag, have your IC run, then your champ run. It's been a while for that.
I mean, can you technically say Cody? Because that was, a 2-year build where he didn't win, came back injured, won the Rumble, lost, won the Rumble again, won. But Cody was already a guy at that point.
Yeah, he was a name.
Yeah.
Could you say Gunther?
But I don't think they when you look at his progression step by step wise, yes, you could say that, where it was NXT champ, IC champ for the longest time, WWE champ.
But he was known.
Would you put Tiffany in there? I wouldn't say Liv because she didn't do much in NXT.
I don't know. I don't know.
Rhea in there. Rhea might be the only one currently.
But I'd have to think about this or go back. Like when Rhea won her first women's world title, like, did you have that feeling like this is a new star, this is a new top of the mountain type? Did you have that like you know what I mean? Like when Austin beat Brett, it was like, okay, new era. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or when Austin beat, Michael, or when Austin beat Michael, Michael's beating Brett. Like you had those new vibes. Like Cena beating JBL. Like it was a new moment with a star that was brought up and grown and turned into that. Like
I'd put Bianca there more than Rhea. But because Rhea had that like that moment, like she won, this is a star, but then they did nothing with her, and she had to readjust, change the character, and then start all over again. Bianca hit the Rockets and has been there ever since.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see when you start
It
looking
is,
around
yeah.
landscape, like how, like who knows how to book to build champions?
Yeah.
Because a lot of what we've gotten is just status quo, or it's been people that have left WWE, came back, and then became champion.
Yeah. Built the name
Cody,
somewhere else.
Drew, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, so it's not you're not building them that way. So
I mean,
Bailey down to NXT.
you have the potential right now with this new crop. So
and there's people in enough there's people across the board in all these promotions that you can pinpoint and say, okay, yes, that's how you build a star into a champion. To when they get it, it's like now they're over the mountain top. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Like Leon Slater, somebody you could do that with in TNA. Even though Mustafa Ali's a heel, I think he's somebody else you can do that in TNA. They had it potentially with Trey Miguel back during Trey's first run when the Rascals first left, but they never gave him the TNA title.
Mm-hmm.
AEW wise, you got Willow, who on the women's side that is there. That is that. Men's side's a little bit shakier for me as far as AEW goes.
Men's, you had it with Wardlow. You had it.
That's a perfect example right there. Build up the number one most talked about wrestler in all of pro wrestling, and then just haven't seen him on TV in almost 2 years. So interesting. But we'll see what AEW does with their pay-per-view schedule, if all these deliver, or does it put them into a spot where they're not as good as they are? Does it take some of the shine off the pay-per-view because you're running a pay-per-view every 4 weeks, 5 weeks, right?
And also with them too, with their pay-per-view schedule, all their pay-per-views are good. It make you forget about the last ones that happened.
yeah,
Because I forget the one that happened in January because the other ones have been so good. What happened in there? It's like it's taking itself out of place for the whole year.
And I feel when you look at the grand scheme of it for AEW, like Double or Nothing is typically their show of the year. I know All Out gets the hype as far as being like the one, but if you go back and look throughout their 6 years, I feel 6-7 years that like Double or Nothing has been arguably pay-per-view of the year for them in those years. Revolution may have taken it a year or two, but so we'll see more to come. I am interested to see if all these pay-per-views for them continue to be bangers after bangers after bangers. So, all right, we got 2 and 4 left. 2 and 4 left.
3x3 or 3x championship club.
We did that already.
Yeah, where the women at?
So I only saw the men's list. I didn't see if there was a women's list out there.
Because I'm sure Charlotte's on there. We will have no Charlotte slander. Tony should be on that list, shouldn't she?
I don't know if she got. I don't know if she got it by 30 or right after 30.
Let's go. Oh, Dawn, you shoot.
The sale of New Japan shares.
All right, so word broke a couple days ago that the majority of shares in New Japan Pro Wrestling were bought out by TV Asahi and Cyber Agent So that means currently, technically, if you look at it, Cyber Agent technically now owns New Japan Pro Wrestling, Noah, DDT, and TJPW. Um, this is interesting from the fact that I feel like we're going to be in this era of maybe 3 to 4 parent companies owning all of like multiple promotions.
Okay.
Like you have Cyber Agent here with the list that I just rattled off. That's 4 or 5. Basically all of Japan's professional wrestling is owned by Cyber Agent, right? TKO, you got WWE, you have a bunch of the smaller indie promotions that they own with WWE ID program and all that. Potentially, AAA they bought, right? They have AAA now. Maybe TNA gets into that fold as far as being a company that they own in the future. AEW, you have AEW ROH for what you can consider out there, right? So like I feel like you're gonna have a couple parent companies and then they're just gonna own everything from a pro wrestling standpoint. Is this a good or a bad thing for pro wrestling? And what does this Cyber Agent majority share deal? How does that affect New Japan with AEW and their partnership? Because they have a lot of WWE programming, right? It was announced that all of the AEW content will not. If you're in Japan, you have to stream it now on my AEW. They severed that relationship in that regard, so you can't get AEW content on New Japan World anymore. So there's just a lot going on behind the scenes with all these companies being bought up, and it's like basically like the American food out there. Like you have 6 brands that own everything that you walk through and buy at the grocery store. Same thing in pro wrestling.
It's bad to me because at some point I don't want to say it becomes cookie cutter, but at some point you have to follow all the same guidelines, the same rules.
Yep.
Now you may have some different creativities to splinter off after that, but at some point the structure all becomes the same.
Yeah, that's how it is with TKO, WWE, and with like NXT and TNA. Like all the production is going to be ran the same. All the entrances are going to look the same. Once like you're going to have to do a promo the same. If you're a face promo, this is what you got to say. So yeah, it does become a lot of cookie cutter, and for sure.
If you say everybody that's under TKO, at some point sponsorships are coming, ads are coming, and all that.
And then to the point too, where it could also cut down the roster as well too.
Yeah,
if you get all these promotions under one umbrella, we don't need this anymore. We'll just take the best from here and cut that whole promotion. Just keep the library. That's it.
It's the HOA subdivision of pro wrestling, where you have every house looking exactly the same.
Yeah.
You have an HOA board that dictates how high you can have your grass, how long you can leave your trash cans out, what color paint you can put on your house, what furniture you can have on your porch. Like it's literally the HOA subdivision of pro wrestling.
The only difference is the car in the driveway.
And you can't even leave that out. You got to have that in your garage with the door closed.
Yep.
So like I don't like the fact that everything's being bought up and it's just going to be a handful of companies owning it.
Yeah.
It feels just like streaming services and like big networks like that. Like the Mouse, how much do they own? And everything's going to be filtered into one thing.
And then you look at this merger with Paramount and WBD and like it's the same where you're going to have, again, looking on the TV side, you're going to have 3 or 4 companies that own everything. So yeah, we'll see what comes about it, but it's definitely interesting. We talked about New Japan and like, can they get back to the point of their height that 2014 through say 2017, 18 was
18-ish.
kind of like the endish, right? I don't know if New Japan ever gets back to that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And it's a shame because New Japan was for those years was a great alternative.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, more to come in that regards there. So, all right. And lastly, to wrap up this edition of Wrestling Roulette here, we got Progress Wrestling. So news broke this week that Progress Wrestling was bought and now is owned by Big Damo and Nikki Cross. So husband and wife now own Progress Wrestling. Thoughts on wrestlers getting into the ownership game of a pro wrestling organization?
I'm okay with it. If you got the money to put up for it, do it. Because you see a lot of athletes over here in the States
Mhm.
doing that with alternative sports, like Travis Kelce just did that with the Guardians. Mahomes did it with the Royals. So Brady, the biggest one, with the Raiders. I'm okay with it. You did your time in the ring. Hey, let's own something.
I am interested to see what they do with Progress, and Progress is one of the bigger named independents out there, right? Especially over in the UK, it's probably number one or number two. I'm very curious to see what they do, where they go, how they work it. Because we've had wrestlers own wrestling companies before, right? Jeff Jarrett with TNA.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something that I think can be. We talk about everybody being bought up, right? Like, well, one way to prevent that is to be owned by a wrestler, like, and stand out and be different and march to the beat of your own drum. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for them. I'm happy for them. I still feel like both of them have a lot to do in the ring. I don't feel like this is, the end of their in-ring career, so to speak. But hey, bet on yourself. They've been through the system a couple times, each of them. Like,
They know.
they know. I'm sure they've learned and taken a lot from a knowledge standpoint, and see what they can do with Progress and building that scene back up over there.
I want to see more of it, wrestlers owning companies, but you also have to have someone with a business mind next to you.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
And then also too, if you build it up big enough, hey, TKO, WWE might come knocking to buy it. And then that's when you sell it.
You cash out for the big payday.
Yeah, there you go. You be VKM with it. Thank you.
All right, so that is this week's edition of Wrestling Roulette. Let's get into these Mount Rushmores and mushes of the week. So let's start with some positivity before we get into the duds that was. What do you guys got for your Mount Rushmore this week? Donald, I'll throw it up to you first.
Mine's go to Kalani Jordan. On Tuesday, she just impresses me more and more. Doing the submission, hold. She's coming like an all-around great wrestler down there. And I hope she keeps it up because I'm loving her character now. And she proved it as a face. Now she's proven it as a heel. So she has range with her.
And that's the key there. Sean talked about that with Hunter whenever they sat down and did their little interview for, I think it was Vanity Fair or Variety, whatever it was on YouTube that I talked about like a couple months ago. And Sean talked about it with Trick. Like, you got it as a babyface, you understand that, but even though you're ready to go up, but I gotta have you understand it from a heel's perspective and make him that heel. And now we see Trick is just absolutely unbelievable up on the main roster now. And I don't know if he would be that without going through both sides of the coin. And if that's how they're going to work these talents, and not that everybody has to go through that, like Sol Ruka didn't have to do that before she got called up, but I think it's only going to help them when they get on the main roster to be able to slide into either or and understand how to work per heel, per babyface to get the most out of that particular character in that particular setting. So, yeah, Kalani's absolutely crushing it.
I was kicking myself after I logged off last week because I gave that bullshit mid card whole division as my Rushmore because it was Kalani in the promo she cut. Just saying she's the best, and she's proven it. So, yeah.
So you had Kalani as your Mount Rushmore too this week?
No, that was last week. Yeah. Right. For me, it was Taz and Seth, but then I got eclipsed when I watched Okada versus Takeshita. Oh, that was on yours too.
That the Okada, both of those were up there. I had 4 submissions for Mount Rushmore this week, and two out of my 4 you just named with Takeshita, Okada, and then Seth and Tez. Both were tremendous. I thought Seth and Tez were great because they ran the same sequences and spots that Becky and Bianca did.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice callback. It's shout out to your wives that you're running, right?
And it has me interested to see where this goes, storyline wise.
Yeah.
Well, they need something. I said they need something.
Yeah. As for Takeshita and Rainmaker, it was a good match. They delivered, sped it up when they needed to, slowed it down when they needed to, sold when they needed to, no sold when they needed to. I even enjoyed Don Callis out there on the side. Like, no, not his neck. Stopping the match or stopping him from doing stuff. Yeah. They played it up. My only take back was like, you didn't have to, was the Fletcher part.
You didn't need the turn.
That. You gave me the win, the return, the turn. You gave me everything. You just shot at everything.
That'll tie into my mush.
Same here. Will too. Yep.
So yeah, those two were 2 out of my 4. The third on my list was Cody and Gunther from their promo segment last night. I thought both men absolutely delivered. Sold me on their match. Has me thinking Gunther is going to win, because when Gunther makes a promise, as he said last night, that comes true. So he's eclipsed the Heyman. Spoiler alert. When Gunther speaks something, it comes into existence. So I'll be very interested to see if they really do put the strap on Gunther tomorrow in Italy. But my Mount Rushmore this week was FTR and Edge and Cope. The I Quit match for me, those 2 tag team wrestling, it gave me everything that I wanted from that match. I didn't feel like Edge and Cope were the old timers that couldn't keep up. FTR, this just rubber stamps them again as arguably the best tag team of the generation for what they do in the ring. Christian with the I quit, instead of saying I quit, I banged your mother, was tremendous. That was like just pure gold. Beth returning, taking out Stokely, damn near killed Stokely on a table spot. I was like, geez, oh man, like just everything. They did the call back to the Flaming Table with Edge and Foley, like just a lot there that I absolutely loved. And it was a hell of a way to start the show. Like that kicked off and led you for what you were going to be in for all night. So kudos to them in that regards there. Any other touches for potential Mount Rushmores this week? All right, let's get into these mushes because I got a feeling we're going to have a lot to talk about here. So what is your mush of the week from pro wrestling, Donald?
It could have been a lot of stuff. 1B will be I'm already tired of the MFTs and uh, thing, the MFTs and who was it?
Royce Keys.
Royce Keys, Truth. They like enough is enough.
They fired the Wyatts and they said, you know
They
what?
just replaced them.
We're gonna slide Truth, Priest, and Keys into this role and just keep it going.
I mean, Truth is still funny each week, but the rest of it is just.
Yeah, it's getting done. But my main one was, it might bleed into Steve's a little bit after he said that, but the Kyle Fletcher stuff, and when Takesha came out, when he came out with the conglomerate behind him, I was like, you traded one family for another family. I don't know if he's with him or not, but just having the conglomerate behind him instantly makes you Kai and Tai to me. You were just that one guy that they just need on there that just checks the box. And I was like, dude, like, no. I was like, after having that great match and everything, you're just gonna join with these guys? No, I can't have that. I can't have Takesha being a part of the conglomerate. I hate the conglomerate.
Conglomeration,
whatever. Bums. That's who they are. Bums. So yeah. So Takesha to me is just like gonna be Funaki and all them with that. I see comedy skits the whole time.
That did not bleed into mine. But I listen. There were so many things that happened on Wednesday night that had me shaking my head. You know, it's just so enough said there. Jay, what you got?
Indeed.
My one B is it could have put Saturday Night Main Events over was Ethan Page losing. I enjoyed Saturday Night Main Event, but nothing changed hands and it became a battle of the belts. That was my only takeaway. My 1A is the trends in wrestling with the IWC. First, it was the Soul Ruka hate. Monday and Tuesday, it was just all, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, it was just all Soul Ruka hate. She's botching. She's not ready. Send her back. Then came the Double or Nothing, 10 out of 10, best ever. Oh, this is my first AEW pay-per-view. You're a wrestling content creator, and this is your first AEW bullshit. You just see the trends going. I've left WWE for AEW, but you're still a wrestling content creator. Get out of here. Just all the trends, you just see them come up and down your timeline. It's just like, come on, stop bullshit. Stop doing everything for clicks, likes, or to be in conversation. Do what we do. We speak on wrestling. We're not trying to have the most outrageous hot takes. We just talk about what we love. Come on.
There you go. Put the show over.
And somehow he continued to bring the IWC in. All that, and it circles back around to the standard quo.
And everybody's yeah. I'm like, you do not see the trend going on? Everybody's quoting the same script, the same. Like, are we simulation here? Are we in my GM? What's going on here?
The timeline was disgusting with people just regurgitating the same thing over and over.
Yes.
And then you know what I found that's the most interesting when you get into those type of trends, right? And I've been doing this for a little while now, just to see if my hypothesis has come true with my science experiment.
Scientific law.
When you go out and actually say, why was this the greatest pay-per-view? Why was this the best pay-per-view? Why this? Why that? You know what you don't get? You don't get a response back.
Yeah.
You get people that automatically just start throwing barbs at you and name calling and going, oh, look at the title of the name of the show. It fits. Did you actually watch Double or Nothing? Did you actually do this? It's like, bro, what is your actual opinion on the subject?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Not
stupid.
the same best pay-per-view of 2026.
Nobody can have an actual discussion
No.
to tell me why I should change my view on what it is. I'm not here to plant a flag and not budge. I'm here to plant a flag and say, tell me why I'm wrong. Because maybe I'm not watching it the way I should be watching it, or maybe I didn't see something the way I should have seen something. But for you just automatically just to throw out names and for me to come back into your comments 2 or 3 times and go, what made it the greatest pay-per-view ever? 12 matches. It was 6 hours long. People got stuck outside in New York City because the Metro don't run again. Way to go, TK.
We know that.
What made it the best pay-per-view ever? Why? Tell me why Sol Ruka's not ready.
Yeah.
Tell me, actually come with something.
You get that? You're stupid.
My favorite is when they rank each match and give you overall. Overall, it was 9 out of 10. I was like, I'm not a mathematician, but judging by your scale, if you add the shit up, it's not a 9 out of 10. You gave something to D.
You just, yeah. I find it it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You don't somebody was showed a clip of the sequence of Darby Allin and MJF just rolling around on the mat with the 1 count, 2 count, 1 count, 2 count, all that. We're like, oh my God, the stamina these two have. This sequence is amazing. It's mind blowing. And I'm like, bro, are you serious? Stamina? What are we talking about here?
I will hate that sequence in every promotion.
And somebody was like, I bet you can't get on camera and do 10 sit-ups. It has nothing
to do.
First off, I can. Okay. Second off, that has nothing to do with the point of me saying what it makes this sequence so great.
Yes.
Again, you're not replying to what I'm saying. It's sick. It's nasty work. Nasty work. My mush this week is Kevin the Jet. I'm gonna call him Kenny the Jet.
Better.
Because the jet. If I hear him say the Jet one more time to force feed me into calling him the Jet, swear to God. This is where Tony Khan loses me with booking. Not only do matches run the same because everybody throws everything into the kitchen sink on pay-per-view matches and double in AEW. It just is what it is. You're not going to get matches that stand out and are different from each other. I'm okay with that. I've accepted this fact for these many years, right? But you decided to close the show by having Kenny the Jet Knight come out and turn on Darby Allin. After what?
For that, you could have cost him the match. You could have cost him the title. That turn just felt nothing to me.
What has led me to say I need to see the Jet as a bad guy?
Building new stars.
You know what I saw out of that on Tuesday? And people were like, oh my God, the nuclear heat he got. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my. Bro, it'll be over in 2 weeks. You gave a turn for no turn's sake with no build up for a turn because Darby Allin let you down. Darby Allin let you down. Darby Allin, who won every single championship match he had up until that point, let you down because he went 0 for 9? He's 1 for 10 in championship matches. He let you down. He let all the people down. So you decided to take it upon yourself to be the guy. The last 2 standalone promos he's cut. The speech he gave to Darby, do it for me, Darby. Do it for us. Don't let the Jet down, was ass. And then he gets on the mic Wednesday night and just laid out a complete dud of a promo. I'm not waiting in line. I'm taking things.
That's everybody.
Taking what?
MKF, I'm calling my shot. So wait, you're a heel that turned on the babyface. And now you're going after the heel. What are we talking about? You know what I see when I look at the Jet in the ring on Wednesday night? I see a poor man's version of a Gatorade mashup between Trick and Mello.
I see Sean today, don't it?
You are trying to be Trick and Mello so bad. And cool, y'all are friends, and I get that. Y'all vibe with each other. Cool. Like, we seen the pictures. Y'all out there. We saw you with Trick after WrestleMania. Like, I got no problem with y'all being friends and everything else. But don't give me the JC Penney or the Marshalls or the TJ Maxx version of Trick and Mello. Your cadence is like Trick and Mello. The attire you wear is like Trick and Mello. The glasses is like Trick and Mello. You're not the biggest heel. It's not the biggest heel turn. It has no, it means absolutely nothing.
I didn't watch.
And for all those AEW sickos that are out there tweeting long-term storytelling, and they showed me the clip of Swerve telling him to be a killer, you got to walk with killers from 6 months ago, when them two have had no more interaction since then. And the only interaction I got between them two was Swerve posting on Swerve's timeline of Kevin Knight walking past them in the back and them two looking at each other. So AEW didn't even follow up on that story beat if you want to draw that raggedy-ass connection between the two to tell me that's the story that you're telling.
And what colors do you have to walk with?
I didn't even watch the match, but when I read the results and like the title was a huge turn after Double or Nothing, so I read it and I was like, "Who?"
And oh my God, you're gonna make me hate you even more because you turn around and hit Speedball Mike Bailey in his Obi-Wan Kenobi tracksuit. Get the fuck out of here! The Jet. The Jet says, The Rock? The Jet. I could care less. The Jet. You're a puddle jumper. You're not a Boeing. You're not a G7. You're a puddle jumper. Absolutely trash. There's my mush of the week this week. Dynamite was my second mush, and SmackDown was right there with it.
I still ain't finished SmackDown.
No need to.
SmackDown had 2 good things on it. Trick Mello, Ricky, and Cody and Gunther. Other than that,
no need.
And Charlotte.
Tell you who got the biggest pop of the night on SmackDown, though. Danhausen.
Him or Axiom.
Yeah. All right. There's our Mount Rushmores and Mushes of the Week. Let's get into this prediction. Let's break down the card for Clash in Italy. That Cody Rhodes says Clash is now top 3 paper PLE in all of WWE. He said it. He said the Clash is now top 3 because of the international flair it brings, and those being the best crowds of the year.
Keep drinking the syrup.
You got to deliver first.
Whatever you got to think. Just keep spitting out there what TKO's telling you to spit out there.
So 5-match card is subject to change because we don't know what Jacob Fatu is going to be able to go or not, as we brought up earlier in the show. So let's just run down and predict what we got, and we'll keep it as is. Jacob Fatu is healthy, and we do get trial by combat match.
All right. So who's on the thing first?
First hour is Cody versus Gunther and Sol Ruka versus Becky Lynch.
All right. So let's go with Mr. Rhodes. Undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther.
I'm going with Gunther. I'm going with Gunther.
Giving the title changes on free TV.
Bro, you got to do something to spark interest.
You do.
You got to do something to make people want to stick around and watch the rest of the show. You got to do something to make people pay $10 a piece for 3 matches on the $30 ESPN Unlimited app. Yeah. You have to do something. You cannot have Gunther lose this match clean, given everything that Gunther has done. And after the promo he cut last night, get QB1 off the list. Cody needs to go away for a while. Like I'm not rocking with Cody. When I hear Cody, I just think of heel. Like he's been a heel for 3 years, even though they've been calling him a babyface.
Yeah, with me, I'm going Gunther as well. Just like you guys said, they have to do something. Even Bischoff brought it up this week, saying WWE is too bland. They need to turn Cody heel now.
Go ahead, Jay. Ride with Homelander. Ride with QB1. Go ahead.
I am.
Say his tagline too.
Easy to find. Easy to find, hard to beat. This. I feel like it's going to another match. I feel like they're going to run it back somewhere. So give me Cody. If this were the main event, I'd say Gunther.
So we'll see. Next, Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruka.
Sol is hurt. Coming out of Saturday night's main event. I don't know how bad her injury is, or if she even goes. That may change their booking of this. I was gonna say Sol goes over here, but give me Becky to retain.
I'm liking this story too much. Give me Becky. Just how the two play off each other. I want this to keep going, so give me Becky.
Becky, we're going 3 for 3 here. Becky, just keep the title on her. She's too entertaining with it.
Yes.
I mean, it's bad to say, but it is. All right, next. Singles match.
The greatest rematch of all time.
Twice in a lifetime.
the greatest rematch in a lifetime. Like, who? Wait a second. I'm like, what? That's the tagline they're going for this? The greatest?
That's what it is?
Yeah, it's the greatest rematch of all time, is what they said. A Brock Lesnar.
They redid that package again, and this time it didn't hit the same. Just because everything played out. Intermission. So I'm like, oh, come on. Give me Brock.
The Brock.
This goes to a 3-peat. You get the rubber match at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And Oba retires Brock at SummerSlam.
Yeah, this makes the WrestleMania match a couple notches down just because of how fast they came back with it. Mm-hmm. Next, WWE Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill.
Rhea.
I'm enjoying everybody else along the ride, other than Rhea and Jade.
Alexa Bliss was a
Stab.
standout.
Yeah.
Alexa was a standout last night. Thought the promo she cut on Jade was fantastic.
Yes, it was.
Meeting was a star on Saturday Night Main Event. So yeah.
I know there was a lot of flack on Jade last night for hurting Alexa. You know, on the jaded on the chair and some other things. It's just Jade, while she hasn't improved to the point I thought she would be in a WWE style based on some of the matches she had in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's wrestled better in AEW.
Yeah.
So take that for what you will, but Mommy's not losing.
Mania was the best match she had so far. Maybe they can catch lightning in the bottle again and run it back. But yeah, give me Rhea.
So this is Backlash 2.0, right? We're getting a lot of the same. We're getting Mania rematches instead of Backlash. It's Clash.
Yep. Rhea, again, just won the title. There's no point in taking the belt off of her, just for that fact. And finally, to be determined, Trial by Combat World Heavyweight Championship, Roman versus Jacob.
Before the Jacob injury factor, I still curious as to how they booked this out. I thought the promo between them on Monday night was good. Was it great? I enjoyed Cody and Gunther better, but you know, Roman telling Jacob he's going to domesticate him after Jacob told Roman he's going to dog walk him was pretty good back and forth. Roman. I'm not going to have Roman drop the belt at Clash. And I hate that for Jacob. So maybe this injury angle is a blessing in disguise because he's actually hurt. So it takes away the steam from him losing 2 in a row to Roman. Even though Roman's the heel, Jacob's the face, and Roman cheated in the last match by ripping the turnbuckle off and using the steel ring post. Like, give me Roman.
Roman.
Yeah, Roman for the win. He's not a placeholder for the title for 2 months after Mania.
I just don't know how they're gonna work this out to be different than a street fight, than a no DQ. Like, what make
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, because don't Roman start his month's vacation? After tomorrow.
Because what's the difference between this and Bloodline rules? Other than more Bloodline people being in there.
There you go. That's it. That's your predictions for Clash.
What's your match of the night?
Give me
I got
Becky and Soul.
Cody Gunther.
If Becky and Soul are healthy. If Soul's healthy, give me Becky and Soul.
All right, there you have it. Follow along. Hit us up on social media. Let us know what your predictions are for Backlash. Quick hitters here before we wrap up and get on out of here.
Do we have Grande, the no chase? Let's no chase.
Yeah, that was going to be the one to bring up.
Okay.
El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano tonight. AAA.
Oh, that's tonight?
Noches de Grandes at 10 p.m. on YouTube. I will be tuned in and watching it. I don't know what the rest of the card is, but that's the main heat-seeking match. Does his battery case affect the booking of this going forward? We actually see them pivot off of it.
I hope not.
I mean, he is so over in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, I don't see anything happening.
This for me been the best storyline in wrestling.
It's been feud of the year for me so far. Literally, feud of the year. I haven't had there hasn't been anything close to touch this. And if you're not watching it and you say that's wrong, you absolutely don't understand pro wrestling. So I got El Grande Americano victorious, and we'll get the reveal of Chad Gable being unmasked. I hope they unmask him and he has another mask on underneath.
That would, like Sting. That would be funny.
It's like, oh, it's not El Grande, it's El Shorty or whatever they want to call him, and he just keeps running with a new luchador persona. It's El Hermano Trace. It's the third Hermano brother with the Creed brothers.
And speaking of him, I saw that Gunther paid his bail. So boys being boys.
Gunther bonded him, bailed him out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Give me Ludwig, because you can't just tear down that whole faction. They're all entertaining. El Royo and Bravo. So keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
I mean, like with Rey Mysterio being the general manager of AAA now, I saw some people shitting on like Dave Meltzer was like, well, they build up this whole angle around they can't touch each other, and if they touch each other, then you automatically lose and you become unmasked, and then all of a sudden they start brawling in the ring. Well, Rey Mysterio is the new GM, and Ray said that they're fine. Like, so I hate that per se, because like, did it need them two brawling before the match? No, but
it did. Their rivalry is on site, and so it was like I enjoyed it. I mean, you opened up some stipulations.
The fact that the WWE, because Mexico is a different breed. Mexico, it's still real down there, and the fact that they had Gable and the Hermano brothers walking outside through the Mexican people in that walk-in shot, and there's Mexican people that are losing their mind. Like, I'm like, yo, this is going to lead to somebody actually throwing a punch and landing, and we're going to get a full-out riot right here. Like, I mean, everything has been done, but I think this goes to Ludwig winning, and you get El Grande Americano against Dominic Mysterio at Triple Mania for the AAA Mega Campeon.
Yeah, for the crowning.
And you got Dom and Ray. You got Dom and Ray beefing. You got El Grande,
Extension,
a national treasure. Like, I think that is going to be just as much gold as this was. So, yeah.
That'll be better WrestleMania.
That's where I want the booking to go to.
I got to see that, because Dom was the guy. And then Grande came, so it's
yep.
I love how you keep calling it Grande. It's the American night.
Speaking of Dom, one last quick hitter for you guys before we give the quote of the week and get out of here. So Dom was on, I forget what the interview was this week, but Roxanne also did an interview this week. And I don't know if this was a shoot or if it's a work shoot or what, but both of them called out creative very clearly.
Who?
Dom and Roxanne, saying, yo, you are wasting me right now. You have no idea what to do with me. You have no idea how to book me. I'm the Mega Campeon. I've been Intercontinental Champion. I've been this, and I haven't had a match in how long? Like, what are you doing? You're wasting money. You're wasting my prime. And I was like, oh, we're getting this from Dom? Like, if he's not one or two, if he's not two or three, he's number one, according to Donald. Like,
I mean, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Yeah.
They just have them, just saving Judgment Day stuff all the time.
It's like between Roxanne and Raquel, you can see it. You can see it coming. It's just like, are they ever going to do it? You pulled off on Raquel. Now you got Roxanne in the storyline. It's like, will you ever pull the trigger?
And then Liv Morgan.
You ever gonna do something with her? Liv
Morgan she didn't call out creative, but somebody said something in a tweet to her, something like, why hasn't Liv done anything, this and that? And Liv just said, because the whole women's division are a bunch of, and then she put like 7 cat emojis. So I'm like, oh, Judgment Day has been on a heater this week. Liv calling out the women for being, you know, and Dom saying creative is just, you're wasting my time, bro. Like, you're not even doing anything. Like, hey. So I don't know if it's a work shoot or if it's actual shoot or what, but keep it coming because I'll take that anytime there is to spice up the timeline.
You better watch it. Next thing you know is going to be Judgment Day, All Elite.
Did you guys happen to catch Abner Uribe? He is the Milwaukee Brewers pitcher.
Oh yeah, he gave off 7 suckets after a strikeout.
Even with the full, not the
whole thrust. I mean, he was 1995 DX out there. And the thing is that what if he does all that and then it's ruled that pitch was a ball?
Yeah.
Like,
so he got a 1-game suspension. Feels like back in grade school. So
detention.
He got in school suspension.
Suspension for 1 day.
Yeah.
It's good to see wrestling trickle out into the real world.
I also saw that this week it's been 30 years since Scott Hall made the infamous Outsiders, thing promo when he first came in.
No, we are.
30 years.
Don't know why.
Yeah, 30 years. Still remember watching that live.
Coming up soon, and I can post my trust issues post.
In a cut off Canadian tuxedo, my man was denim out.
When I saw that, I was like, man, 30. Like, man.
Yeah, bro, we're old. It was lit though.
Yes,
we're old.
Man.
All right, there you have it. Episode 293 of the Dumb Marks Podcast. That's Amore. Thank you for tuning in, rocking with your boys. You can catch us live every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Head on over, subscribe on YouTube, check the bell, make sure you get reminders, follow us along. We are live also on Twitch and Facebook live each and every single Saturday at 11 a.m. Head on over to dumbmarkspod.com for all our affiliate links, Pro Wrestling Tees, WWE, Surfshark. Get that VPN so you don't have to waste $10 on 3 matches for the $30 ESPN Unlimited app. Email the show, dumbmarkspod@gmail.com. We'll give you guys some credit. We take constructive criticism, as always, to run the show, make it better for you guys. But as always, thanks for rocking and rolling with us. And we will leave you with the quote of the week this week, which is, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but you do it like you love it. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but you do it like you love it. And with that being said, I'm a Mark, you're a Mark Telemark. Until next time, y'all can catch us around the way.